What's more important than achieving goals? Stay tuned. Hey, this is Damon Cart from NLP Gym, bringing you cutting-edge tools and mental technology to help you master your life. So if that sounds good, please click subscribe to this YouTube channel so you can get these videos on a regular basis. How often do you actually take the time to craft a vision for your life? I actually don't know too many people who do that. I know a lot of people who dream, who are dreamers, and they take the time to dream. And I know people who set goals a lot. And so you might be thinking, well, what's the difference? What's the difference between dreaming and vision, and setting goals and having a vision? There is a very distinct difference between them, but they all play in together, so they're important. So dreaming is just letting your mind go to a place where nothing is off limits, where there's no such thing as impossible. So you allow in all the possibilities of your life, what you can do, what you're capable of, what might happen. And this is a wonderful thing to do. It's a wonderful exercise because it gets your creativity going, it gets your imagination going, and it probably brings in a lot of information that you would not think of otherwise. So it gets you outside of limitation. So this is a great exercise to do, and it's probably a good place to start when creating a vision. Goal setting is when you have a very specific target you want to move towards and accomplish. And so you need to be specific and you need to be detailed about what it is you want to accomplish, and also have a good strategy and know how to judge or see the results that let you know that you're getting closer and closer to your goal. The dreaming is anything goes. But realistically, we know that you can't do everything at once. You can't pursue 100 things at a time. It's just not possible. So you have to start sort of narrowing these things down. And that can be very difficult for people. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later. How do you narrow this down? So a vision is actually more realistic, but it's not as detailed as a goal, because you don't really know what's going to happen in the future. And a goal itself, achieving a goal itself, isn't necessarily that satisfying. A lot of times we think that it will be, and when it happens, the satisfaction oftentimes is very fleeting, and that's how you know you don't really have a vision. If the achievement of a goal is fleeting satisfaction, good chance you didn't have a vision attached to that goal. The other problem that people have when it comes to setting goals is they run out of motivation on the way to the goal. And if you're running out of motivation before you achieve your goal, again, this is a good indication that you don't have a larger vision attached to it. So a vision is a lot more vague because you don't know what's going to happen in the future. And for sure, things have happened in your life. You could call them blessings. Great things have happened in your life that you couldn't have seen happening, but you're glad that they did. I never thought I would have an online business. I never thought I would be an NLP teacher. I never thought I would be a coach or a personal development and self-improvement teacher. But following a vision of what I wanted for my life, which was based on my values, I wanted to have financial freedom. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to do something that I could be passionate about. I wanted to do something that I would enjoy doing, something I could share with other people. Now that's more of a vision. And as long as I went in that direction, it kind of didn't matter, or kind of doesn't matter, how it shows up. And so this was a problem that I used to have, is that I didn't know the difference between setting a goal and having a vision. I thought that they were the same thing. So my goals were very detailed, and people will say, you got to get very clear, very specific, very detailed about what it is you want. And so I did that. And what often would happen is the values would show up in my life, but I couldn't appreciate them because they didn't look like the goals that I had set. So it's sort of like I got the gift, but because I didn't recognize the packaging, I didn't accept it. I didn't enjoy it. I still thought to myself, well, it didn't achieve my goal. And therefore I couldn't enjoy it, even though I was living it. I was living what I wanted to live. I was living my vision. When creating a vision, be willing to let go of how it has to happen or how it has to be. So when I was right out of film school, moved to Los Angeles, and I thought, well, this is how I'm going to live my life and be successful. I'm going to be a filmmaker and a screenwriter. And all the things that all the values that I was chasing, I'm currently experiencing now. And I feel very successful in that way. But I'm not a filmmaker. And it didn't show up like I thought it was going to show up. So when you're creating a vision, really what you're creating is a direction. And it's the direction that you want to live. It's the direction that brings you to a more and more fulfilling life. It's not, oh, once I get there, I will be fulfilled and satisfied. No, it's start now being fulfilled and satisfied by the things that you do. Maybe you don't have a lot of time to spend on the things that fulfill you and satisfy you. Maybe you work a full-time job, or you go to school full-time and work a full-time job. I did that before too. And so you're not able to spend lots of time on what fulfills you and what satisfies you, but that's why you want to have a vision. And the vision is basically you take what does fulfill you and satisfy you and start finding ways to do more of that. Start finding ways to move more in that direction. So find ways to make money doing that. Find ways to satisfy other areas of your life that are necessary, that move you toward and closer to your vision. The goals are there to serve your vision. So you can start out by setting a goal. Maybe that's the inspiration, that's the spark. You say, hey, I want to go do this thing. I want to run a marathon or something like that. And then you go to that goal and say, okay, what is important about achieving this goal to me? What does achieving this goal do for me? And keep asking that question and go deeper and deeper with that question. And then look at all the answers that you come up with. You'll start getting these really deep answers that have to do with happiness and joy and passion and creativity and all these wonderful things that you feel very fulfilled and satisfied when you're in alignment with them. And so once you do that, go back to the goal and ask yourself, and be very honest with yourself, does that goal serve those answers? Does that goal really serve the vision? So the vision would be, if you combined all of those answers that you come up with, which have to do with happiness and joy and passion and freedom, if you were to put that all together in a vision, and remember, you can keep it vague because you don't really know what the future holds. So when you create a vision out of that, you go back to the goal and you ask yourself, well, does this goal really serve that? Does this goal really get me there? And if it doesn't, then you change the goal and find a goal that will get you to that vision. And when you have a goal that serves your vision, you're never going to run out of motivation. You're never going to be crushed by failure because you know the vision that you're after. You feel it inside of you already. You just want more and more of it. You want to go deeper and deeper with what fulfills you and what satisfies you. So you don't run out of motivation because you're already feeling it on the way to your goal. You're getting closer and closer. And so this is extremely motivating. And when you do achieve a goal, it's not going to be fleeting. The success and the good feeling is not going to be fleeting, because really what the goal is telling you is when you achieve it is you've just got even closer to your vision. You've just gone even deeper. And you know it's not over. You know that there's more to do. And there always will be. For as long as you're alive, you will always be moving toward that vision. Not chasing the vision as if you're not connected to it, as if you're not feeling it. That's another mistake that we make. We hold things out in front of us and we try to incentivize ourselves to make sacrifices and do things that we don't like to do in order to get to that place. That's not the way to do it. Have a vision that you feel inside of you, that you're connected to, that you naturally gravitate to. And you should be enjoying this along the way. And the vision is always out there. That's why we call it vision. You're seeing the possibilities of what you can do and become in your life. And the other reason why you want your vision to be vague is because you want it to be general. And keeping it general will allow you to be adaptable and flexible. Like I said, there's a lot of things that you think right now that if you were to achieve them, that they would absolutely fulfill you and satisfy you. And the truth is, they might not. So if you have a generalized vision, if you have a vague vision, you will get there and you will probably be surprised and you will discover yourself along the way. If you'd like some free training and some free resources on how to help you master your life and even learn NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming, Check out my website, nlp-gym.com. There you will find lots of resources and some free training and even some hypnotic inductions. Also check out the NLP Gym page on Facebook. Like and follow that page if you want real-time updates on whatever it is that I'm up to. And last but not least, if you like this video, please click like right down here and click that subscribe button if you haven't already so that you can get these videos on a regular basis. Take care.